Alright, good morning everyone. I'm Vivian and here's my colleague Katja.
Hello, I'm Katya. Welcome to DigiDay 2018 and happy Valentine's Day. Yes. DigiDay and Valentine's Day, they always go together because what connects them is inspiration. We arranged this event to inspire you to learn more about digitalization and how to apply it in your work life. By the way, how are you feeling today? Are you good? Awesome. I hope you're all in the right mood and ready for the real thing.
Okay, let's kick off the day with our first speaker. He's a CEO and founder of Sales Communications. He's known for his practical tips in digital marketing and self-branding. Please welcome on stage Mr. Yanni Aaltonen.
Hi everybody. Can I have the slides somewhere? Hi, my name is Yanni Aaltonen, come from Sales Communications, which is an inbound marketing agency. We are focusing heavily on B2B markets and companies who would love to grow. And the growth is kind of our big thesis that we do. I had a few slides. Where they are?
You want them here?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it possible to get some slides? There's three things that I'm really passionate about. First is attention. Second is leads, and third are the deals. We over-mystified sales and marketing many times, but I would like to think it's a unified process. It's a process where sales, marketing, and customer support are working together. I started my entrepreneurial life 15 years ago doing a lot of cold calling. I used to run an agency called Access in Finland, and we had 700 clients from Finland and internationally, and we cold called to B2B companies just to get their attention, because the attention to reach B2B CMOs, CIOs, and CEOs was the phone. 2010, we just realized that marketing playbook was broken. We did not have the reach that we used to have. And what happened was we almost went bankruptcy. And as an entrepreneur, like I am, the thing is not to have a job, is to have another business. And we needed to figure out what is our next business. And our next business was, if we can go and meet the clients, what if the client will come and meet us? And that's why, and that's how we got involved in an inbound marketing and to that world. We won 2 times EMEA Best Partner of the Year with HubSpot. HubSpot is one of the biggest marketing ecosystems and marketing platforms. And we did it 2006, 2007, and we started from scratch. And I'm really happy that a Finnish company got awarded 2 times in a row with American big marketing company. The thing is that we all Finns think that we can't sell. And that's not true. We are really good in sales. Now that we can have a digital platforms and we can have a data, because everything now is data driven. And as a practitioner, I like to try things. And what we have done is that we have tried to take all the knowledge that we have, put it on the actions, get the data, see what's work, get rid of the things that doesn't work, and try to multiply the things that is actually working. And there is this one word, it's work. And it's hard work. So, question, who is going to end the study 2018? 2019, the graduation, 2019, 2020, 2021. You know, the world that we are living now, 2018, is totally different than 2021 when you guys are going to have a job. The thing that we are actually having now is that we are living really, really great era of sales and marketing. We started inbound marketing producing ebooks, downloadable ebooks. You get the PDF file, and then we went all in social media and Google on natural search. And it's 2018, and it's the end of the ebook. PDF as a format is gone. Now everybody's going to video. And what we constantly need to be thinking is, what is the next format, what is the next channel to get the attention of the people? And that's why I'm really passionate about the three things: the attention, the leads, and the deals. And what we see now, that marketing is going straight from heavy touch to light touch. Which I mean by that if you are a marketeer 2018 and you want to grab the people's attention, 6 years ago you could ask their email addresses and they will give it to you. And it's getting harder and harder and harder to get the leads from that attention because the amount of bullshit is going up the roof. And marketers are actually ruining the internet at the moment by producing a lot of content that is not valuable to anybody. Not valuable to everybody. And at the same time, Finns spend over 2 hours on Facebook every day, every single day. Producing content, consuming content that is actually valuable for them. So what we can see is a misalignment with sales and marketing activities compared to what the consumer actually want to have. That's why Facebook did what Facebook did. They said no to companies, buy an advertising, and we will keep you away from the feeds of people. So you don't have any chance to get the people's attention by being a company and producing some commercials on the feeds. Because marketers ruin everything. Did you know that the first newspaper didn't have any ads? The first radio show didn't have any ads. The first TV that came didn't have any ads. When the Facebook came, with the social media, it wasn't no ads. It was people to people getting connection to one another. Then I think that this is the big thing in 2018, 2021, when we are going to the era of the AI in marketing. That we need to understand that this ecosystem, it's about people to people. Not corporate communications, bullshit, Politburo who wants to have information which is nice and polished. Did you know that in any car website, there's no conversation? There's no conversation. The conversation happens in Facebook, it happens on Twitter, it happens in Suomi 24, and it happens on the places, even in Vauvalehti. Because, and actually Google thinks that those sites are trusted sources of information. The algorithm thinks that these are the trusted sources of information. Because the corporate CMOs, the marketing directors, are polishing their story, and us people do not believe that that's true. That's why in any company's website is full of conversation. There's no conversation going on. Because what happens when there is, when somebody is trying to say that this is the conversation that you can have on this platform? The censorship comes. So what happens with the conversation? The conversation stops. And conversations will go to the platforms that are actually really, really valuable for us. And that's why what we need to be seeing is where this attention is. Globally, YouTube is #1 channel in the world. In Finland, Google, YouTube are the biggest attention grabbers that we can have, combined with Facebook. Google and Facebook are the top 1, 2, 3, 4 websites in this country. And they have more attention than the places 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 combined. So if you're a marketeer and if you're a sales guy, the question is how much money, effort and time you are actually putting on the channels that people are spending the most time. And if we are going to the normal company, it goes so that they put 40,000 euros to Alma Media channel and they put 4,000 euros on Facebook. And they expect to get different results. But they are actually getting. But the thing now is that the budgets are shifting more to those places where the attention is. But we can't go to those places without giving people the information that they actually wanting to consume. We are educating ourselves, we are entertaining ourselves, we are spending time to the networks that didn't exist 10 years ago. But the average CEO and the average CMO were living on that era, they were working on that era, and what is really, really hard to find now is that the budgets don't shift to the people behavior, they are going to the places that they used to be. So that gives us a lot of I find this very interesting. The attention that we can have by producing videos, producing content, using that as an attention grabber, produce leads, put them on sales, is underpriced. And what we can actually have on a B2B environment, because that's my game. We know that if we put 8 euros on a channel of Facebook, we will get a lead. If we put 300 or 400 euros to the channel of Facebook, we will have a customer. And when we are calculating the ROI of marketing, this is the place where it gets really, really interesting. Because actually the thing is that, I don't know what's happening on the screen, but I don't have a clicker, by the way. But anyway, my times will be up. About sales and marketing future, I think that the AI is really, really big and huge. What happens at the moment is that sales communications, our sales staff, sales guys, are meeting the customers when the customers are actually wanting to meet them. They are booking the sales calls and meetings through the channel of internet by using bots. Bots didn't exist a year ago. And now they are coming huge if we think about the big trends. If you go to Google trends and you search bots, AI, marketing, you will see that there's a huge trend where the attention is going on bots also. So what is actually happening with that is that we can take the time of sales and marketing people and put that time into customer service and making people more happier and spending more times with more valuable customer. That's why I'm saying that, 2021, when you guys are going to the sales and marketing jobs, what is going to happen is there's going to be a lot of automated processes that doesn't exist now. And it takes away the job and putting it to another place, which actually means that we are doing different jobs than we are doing now. 2 years ago, the ebook was a big thing. Well, 6 years ago, it was huge. 2018, it's getting smaller, and 2021, there's not going to be any ebooks. Any questions, by the way? If you have a question, please ask. I'll be running a couple of workshops, one with the ROI and marketing and content production combined. How do you can actually budget your marketing on the thinking of ROI. If I put €1 there, how much euros I will get back, and how to build marketing pipeline, which is actually an asset for your company and not a liability. And the second workshop is about how do you use social media content production by actually getting a job and going to the internet and showing to the people that this is my expertise, this is what I know. And try to reverse engineer that so that you don't get to apply job, companies will be contacting to you. So the question is, how do you do that? That's the second. How much time do I have? 5 more. Still no questions?
How do you see AI transforming the work of the marketeer?
How I see AI turning to the changing the world of marketeering and sales. It's actually doing now. One big issue is that we have a algorithm that is actually investigating in the database what did the customers do before they came to the customers. And we call that predictive lead scoring, which actually means that we can have the information before they are coming to customers and put those leads into customer support and sales. That's one thing. AI, which we can actually do now, is a smart content, which means that when we know who you are, we know your preferences, we know your story, we know your spiel, we know your game, we can actually give you the information right time in the right format. But guess what? Companies are not interested in doing that. Companies do not want to serve in sales and marketing. They want to have deals. They want to sell. They want to sell fast. They want to sell now. They want to sell, this month, today, yesterday, now, in 5 minutes, buy now. That's the thing that the companies want to do. And back up the story is that when we are looking at Google search rankings and the amount of advertising, the pay-per-click advertising, the pay-per-click is going up, and people are paying more money on non-scalable media, and companies, when we're seeing the difficulty score, which means how difficult on a natural search, my message, my answer to that question will be on number 1 position, and that's low. So companies do not want to serve their customers. Of course, if I go to a CMO and say they would love to, they say yes. But then I ask a question, would you be able, do you want, do you have the time, money, and the effort to put to that customer service? Then they say no, they don't. They want to have a quick win, and that's really good to understand when we are going to the internet and we're producing content on the channels that people actually want to consume. What we can have is scalable marketing, which is an asset. The content that we produced 3 years ago is still producing leads. People are still asking questions on Google, and we are still number 1 in Google. And if we are heading in the right context, we will get the lead, and we will get the trust, and we will happily serve the customer on the places that they want to have the answer. Any more questions?
You just said that Facebook is a big market for you.
Oh, yeah.
And you said Finnish people spend an average amount of 2 hours per day on Facebook.
Over 2 hours, yeah.
I'm Dutch. I only spend 10 minutes on Facebook. And whenever I'm on Facebook, I always click away ads, etc. How do you deal with people like me?
That's a very good question. How do we deal with people who doesn't want to consume advertising? We don't do advertising. We don't do advertising. We try to answer all the questions what you are having, and probably not Facebook, but in Google. And the question is, probably the customers have the questions, and you as a company and as a marketing, as a salespeople, have the answers. Think about it. Are you answering those calls when your potential customer is asking for their benefit, either to get entertained or educated? Life moves so fast forward that we see that the amount of Google searches are going up. And at the same time, the time spent on Google is going down. That's Google's numbers. The question is, how fast can we be? How fast can we be to answer that call? And it's no secret, the faster we'll get the attention. I would put heavily everything on attention and producing content and getting the attention of the customers on the channels that they are actually spending time on, not that we think that they are spending time on, or we would love them to spend time on. Thanks very much and see you at the workshop. Thank you.